You know, it's incredible to me that Anthony Blinken would make these statements. The Ukraine is finished. Okay, no amount of equipment. First of all, we don't have the equipment to give them. The manufacturing capacity in the West is exhausted. We do not have the weapon systems to give Ukraine. Period. We just don't have them. If they don't exist, I don't care how much money you claim you have. All it's doing is feeding the Brazilian or whatever Swiss accounts of all these people in upper level jobs in Ukraine, but it's not adding any fighting capability. The government, the army, Ukrainian army, is already destroyed and is in the process of being further destroyed. They're losing 1,500 to 2,000 soldiers a day. They have 100,000 soldiers who have just quit and run away. And let me tell you, my complete sympathy is with those soldiers. If I could speak to the ones who are remaining and fighting, I would say, drop your weapons, surrender, because you are dying for nothing. The war is lost. You are being killed by your political leadership who's trying to save being embarrassed, and they're just giving away your life. So because you're a hero who's fighting valiantly for your country. I have nothing but sympathy for these poor soldiers in the field. They're being murdered. You know, the Russian Air Force has complete control of the air. They just drop bombs as they see fit. I have heard a number just recently, I don't know if it's correct, that the casualty ratios are 6 or 7 to 1, Ukrainians to Russian. Now, that's believable. Now, why is it believable? Because let me explain what happens. You're on the battlefield and you have soldiers that you want to take a defended position. So what do? You have 10 or more times the artillery firepower that your adversary has. Your adversary's dug in, so you hit them with so much artillery that every millimeter of ground is rubble. And then there may be some hard points you haven't been able to destroy with artillery. So you come in and you have the Air Force drop these Fab 3000 and 2000 and 1500 kilogram bombs, and you make those places gigantic smoking holes. And when you start your attack with your Russian troops, almost everybody is dead on the Ukrainian side. So you don't have high casualties. You know, these idiots who are talking about, Rose Gottemoeller, who I had, she's there and she's like, oh, the Russians have this long history of blah, blah, blah. Rose, take the time to understand what you're talking about. You were a deputy to the leader of NATO, and you don't know the first thing about what's actually going on in a war where NATO has lost. Rose, start doing your job, because I never want to see you in a position of authority ever again, given what you showed me in terms of your responsible understanding of the situation. And I single out this person, others I could single out, because I know her. I've talked to her. I know her for years. And to me, it's immoral. It's simply immoral to not understand what you're doing to these people. These people on the battlefield are innocent. They're dying for nothing. And I find it reprehensible to the extreme. I just cannot begin to say how reprehensible I find this. And that's the situation we're in now. Yeah. So, Mr. Blinken, you're ignorant and you're immoral. And if you don't know you're killing all these people, you should know. And if you were at trial in Nuremberg and you made the claim that you didn't know what was going on, like some of those people under trial said, you would be as credible to me as they were to me when I see them under trial. You cannot not know what you're talking about, or you are so reckless that you deserve to be branded, to be called a criminal. And you are a criminal for what you're doing. It's no question about it. You won't be punished like a criminal because our country is so powerful that we have the International Criminal Court so that we can punish everybody else who we don't like, whether or not they're criminals. Anybody we don't like politically, we just go and beat on one of these courts and intimidate them into finding somebody guilty. But, there are really a lot of guilty people in the American government and in the Western European government too.
Yeah.
If Nuremberg was reapplied to these people, there'd be a lot of people on trial. And they would sound no different from those at Nuremberg. Oh, I didn't know. I was too busy to know. Anyway, so that's the situation.
Thank you so much, Ted, for being with us today. Great pleasure, as always.
Okay. Thank you very much. Bye-bye. Nice talking to you.